my gosh, did you see that? Holy moly, what is that bird? Was that an owl? Oh my gosh, it spun. It was like cartwheeling, flying. That was crazy. I thought it's gonna hit me. Okay. In today's video, I really feel like I want some yummy backbends. So I'm gonna take you to how I warm up. Make sure that if you are a beginner, you wanna fully warm up your body before you dive right in. And also, I'm gonna be doing advanced poses here. So just be mindful. If you can't get there yet, don't push it. I always say this in my videos, but just in case you're new here, my name is Georgina, by the way. And if you're new, thank you so much for clicking this video. I hope you stay. I hope you try and practice with me, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you like yoga classes, I upload here every Sunday at 7 a.m. PST. And if you enjoy this class, don't forget to give this video a like. It helps a lot. So thank you very much. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, let's stretch in a standing position. You can have your feet together or apart. It's gonna depend on you. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up. Exhale, interlace your fingers. You're gonna bend to the right side. Send your hips to the left side. Elongate, stretch some more. Inhale. Exhale a little bit, maybe deeper. Inhale. Back to your center, stretch all the way up. Exhale to the other side. Big breath in again. Exhale to melt and squeeze that butt cheeks to the right side. And then relax the butt cheeks. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, dive all the way down to where you can fold. No forcing, just to where your legs allows for that deep stretch. Maybe dropping the fingertips down. Starting to bend one knee at a time here. Warming up this way. Good. Inhale, reach up. Rise up. And exhale, relax your hands. I'm gonna turn my back. We're gonna open the feet, maybe wider than your hips or hip distance, depending on you. I just like this for stability. And then inhale, reach your hands all the way up. Good. Exhale, left hand will drop down behind you. Palm will face back, bend the elbows. Okay, inhale, stretch that right hand all the way up. And then exhale, you're gonna bend to the opposite side of that hand that's on the top. If you're following this side, that's great. And then again, inhale, stretch back to center. Exhale, scoot that back hand all the way up more. Good. Inhale, stretch that right hand. Ground your feet. Exhale, bend the upper elbow and find that bind. Good. You don't have to bind, just do where you can. Good. From this position, that was good, showing you my back. That's easier. I'm just going to show you my sides. Inhale, puff out the chest, look up, lean your head to the right arm. Exhale, rib cage in. Good. Strong core. Now you feel that left arm is intense, right? Stay here with that locked core, if you will, and your foot lock, pada bandha, all the bandhas. Bandha means lock in yoga. Oh, inhale, and then exhale, let go of the bind. Ooh, shake it up, left shoulder, circle it back and forth, or back and forward. Oh. Intense, huh? All right, we're doing that on the other side. Inhale, stretch all the way up, both hands. Exhale, you're gonna drop now. The right hand, palm facing back, bend the elbow. Good. Inhale, left hand stretches all the way up. Really, that scapula, pull it up. Elevate the shoulders and exhale to bend. One more time. Inhale, stretch. And then exhale, this time you're going to reach for that other hand to clasp your fingertips behind. Again, no forcing. If you can't do it, make sure you're not forcing and pushing yourself. Just do where you can. Whew, I like to shift my weight left and right here. Wiggling to get more of that bind. Good. Inhale. Puff out your chest. Back bend. Good. Exhale. Lock the core. Squeeze the glutes. Good. Engage. Your legs, inner thighs are engaged. Foot lock here. Pada Bandha. Kneecaps lifting up. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And release the bind. Exhale. Ooh, maybe a little bit of a fold if that was intense. And then let go. Whew. Roll that right shoulder back. How do you feel? All right, now we're going to extend our hands or arms out to the sides and starting to spin like a screw. Left and right. There's no right or wrong here. Just keep on doing that because you feel that kind of intensity with the shoulders, right? As if the blood stopped. But not really. Okay. Shake more. Good. Now, I'm going to show you my sides. You don't need to move as much as I'm moving right now. I just want to show how it looks, okay? You're going to start to bend the knee. Okay? Kind of like a chair pose, but you're not looking at the form. You're going to start to puff out your chest. Your hands will just be on top of your thighs. Good. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back. Puff out your chest. Good. Look up. Exhale here. Good. Inhale. Glue your belly to your thigh. You can grab the backs of your thighs. And exhale, you're going to start to fold. Glue your belly to your thigh. Don't lose the connection. Inhale. Now you're going to add that puffing out of the chest. Back bending, warming up here. Exhaling. Woof. Folding down. Uttanasana. Ooh, now from here, you're going to interlace your fingers behind. Index finger, I like it out. And then fold all the way down. So I like this feeling of like, literally my shoulders are very relaxed, but it is internally rotating, right? And then I feel the heaviness of my hands here. The index finger, that point, it's like an energy line. You feel that. So allow yourself to really get a feel of the index finger all the way to where it's just heavy. The shoulders have that like feeling of intensity, but still relaxed, right? So you're not engaging like this. Just relax the shoulders, and then the intensity is going to be in the hands or your fingers. Good. Now from here, you're going to bend your knees and still gluing your belly to your thigh. Good. You're going to try to drop the knees on with that hand. Good. Squeeze the glutes here together. Push it forward. Sit on your heels. Lift the knees. Hover from the mat. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Activate. Release the bind. Hands forward. I'm just winging this, going by how I'm feeling right now. All right. Knee towards your chest as much as you can. Compress. I'm still tipping my toes. You can obviously drop your heels if you're already tired. I like to engage my muscles this way. Inhale up. Reach. Ooh. Exhale, heels all the way. Drops down. Good. Or drop down. Woo! How does that feel? You're going to grab your big toe, feet, outside ankles, whatever you can grab. You're going to straighten slowly. Good. Navasana. Boat pose. Stay. I like to really flex my feet. See my toes? I'm pushing it down. Just warming it up, right? As if I'm stretching. Whew. And we're staying here. Now I'm going to focus on the core, right? So like engage it, scoop that belly. Good. And then from there, you're going to now point the toes, let go of the hands for 10, 9, 8. If you can't, you can bend the knees. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Feet together. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, fold down. Ooh. And see how I shifted my hips back. You're gonna just again finding that yummy fold, right? You don't have to or restrain yourself to that feeling. You can actually send the hips back. Good. You feel that. That depends on your mat too. If it's too grippy, you might not be able to shift back, right? But again, hips a little bit forward. I like it all the way this way. Heels to my groin area. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. And as I fold, scooting my butt cheeks back. Ooh. Good. Oh yeah, we're gonna stay here for a little bit. I love yoga. I can literally do this all day. I could just like film all day, every day. But I'm also doing a lot of edits right now. And a lot of you requested advanced classes. So I like that. So happy about that. All right. Ooh. So now we're going to try to push one knee at a time. And no forcing, right? Everything is just within that end range still. But then you're gentle. And then you're pushing left and right to knee. Ooh. And then kind of feeling like you're pushing it away from you, that hip socket, as if you're already pulling that hip socket. But again, if this is really hard for you or painful, right? There's a lot of reasons why it can be painful. But typically when it feels very restrained or constrained, like you have all these back pain, a lot of pain connected with the knee. That happens to me all the time too. And sometimes I just need to fully stretch before you do anything that is more like deep. Right. Whew. Extend the legs out. Starting to roll now the ankles. Feeling the body. Feeling your legs. How are you feeling? You engage that in the boat pose. So it is a little bit kind of worked up there. So you want to massage the legs or the thighs, wherever you can massage, right? Good. Big breath in. Good. Tailbone out. Whoa, butt cheeks is opening. Good. And arch the back. Fold down. It's not really arching, but you're not rounding. When you think about arching, that's why I say it a lot, you're automatically not around, right? You're going to think about, arch, okay, or back bend. And that's the form, okay, that you want in fold. Fingertips behind you. Heels are down, okay? Adjust yourself. I like my feet now, hip distance. We're going to drive with the heel. So as you push the heels down, driving, lifting the hips up, okay? And then now you're going to plant the feet. Shift forward, stretch here the shoulders. You can drop the hips here if it is too intense for you. Otherwise, if you can keep it hovered, then that's okay too. Again, shift it back. Big breath in, breath out, forward. Keep on going. Again, you can drop booty here if you like. Oh, yeah, intense. And I'm really exaggerating my hypermobile elbows here just because I kind of really want to stretch completely. It's super important to me to stretch the arms completely, the scapula. I actually did some scapula pulse right before this because I know I'm going to do a back bend, and I'll maybe insert a clip here. I filmed it with my phone. Now let go and just sit down, finding your Sukhasana, easy cross-legged position. Maybe I'll face you. So I did pull-ups and scapula pulse because you want, with any back bends, you almost feel like you want to really kind of rip apart your shoulders. Like when you do you're not really ripping it apart. I think you guys are getting me, right? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to bend to one side, whatever direction you want. Good. So good, like the shoulders. And then I like to drop the left arm down or forearm. Again, this is probably not going to be accessible to you. So if it's not, then just stay with the elbows up, right? So inhale, exhale. Because now that depends how good you are with your twist. Really emphasize the twist. So reach now to the right side as far as you can. Right? Feeling that you're elongating that opposite side of the body. Woo! To twist and drop. Good. Inhale back to your center. We're doing that on the other side. Now feel it. You feel it, right? It's different. So now you're going to plant the left hand down. Inhale. Or whatever hand, the opposite hand that you did not do. And then exhale to stretch. Okay, now we're going to do some dynamic. Inhale, exhale. There's no right or wrong here. You're inhaling, reaching that arm. Exhaling, now you're going to fold. See, for me, I cannot reach this. This is really, really hard for me to scrunch. So now you look at the butt cheeks, right? Making sure you're not cheating by lifting that butt cheek up, right? So you don't want to compensate. Keep it grounded, both butt cheeks, and then just stay here to where you can. So my twist here is not as good too. So I'm like, okay, whatever you feel limited with the twist, now that we did left and right, go back to that side and do more there. Okay, and now I'm just gonna pulse myself up, down, right? So the elbow that's in front. So if you cannot drop the elbow, obviously it's gonna look like this, right? So find what works best for your mobility currently. Okay, now all the way, you're gonna stretch as far as you can and then fold. Making sure, again, both butt cheeks are still grounded, right? Because the tendency, that's gonna lift up the other opposite butt cheek. Good. Now, we're going to draw this X shape with our arms. Doesn't matter whatever arm is on top, but we're gonna make this a little bit more mobile. Cool. And then one more round to the opposite side. Oh, there. Okay, now we're gonna come back to our center. Feel your shoulders, and I want you to roll it all the way back and all the way forward. Good. Whew. Inhale, reach up. Hands behind your neck. You're not gonna push your neck here. This is just for support. I'll show you my back, right? So very light on the neck or below your head. From here, your torso gonna be squared. Okay, so face forward. Exhale, drop the right shoulder to the right side. So just the shoulder, making sure the torso is squared or, facing forward. Good. Center, inhale. Exhale, left, elbow down. Both butt cheeks remaining grounded. So to actually get that, you could also open your feet wide like this, wherever is comfortable for you, imagining that both butt cheeks, because this is impossible to lift the butt cheeks unless you do this, right? But it's more grounded. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right. Now back to your center. Shake your body. Okay. Now we're going to do a lot of boat pose that's wide-legged. Okay. We're going to open up everything before we do our back bends. Okay. So from here, I like to start to however I can start, whatever I'm feeling. But we're going to start with grabbing the heels, the ankles, or however you want to grab. Big toe, right? Whatever is comfortable for you with your wide-legged boat, right? You can grab here. We're going to start with one leg first. Drop, and then the other leg. Good. You can grab the outside of your feet. I'm going to show you all the ways that you can grab. And then ankle. ankle. Good. I like to flex the feet because, and then I'm going to grab big toe, not my favorite, but I'm still going to do it because it does get me more that back leg stretching. And because we're just stretching, we're not really trying to engage to point and lift, right? So, but you can if you want to point too. Of course, that's up to you. All right, now that you feel a little bit good there, maybe drop for a lift. Now you're gonna point the toes, right? And then from there, you're really gonna engage the core. Whoop, good. From there, you lift the other leg up. And we're gonna hold it here. Oh no, there's a fire ant in front of me, it's big. Okay, good. Holding it here. Big breath in, breath out. This is easier also to hold if you have a very good middle splits, right? So it depends. Obviously, if you can't go to middle splits yet, that's going to be really, really hard. Drop the feet. Baddha Konasana. One more time. Good. And now we're going to face both knees to one direction. Doesn't matter whatever direction. Good. Now you're going to drop the hands or forearms down. And then the back. So you're kind of like in a 90-90 angle with your legs, right? And then that right knee will firmly root down. You're going to lift the foot up, the back foot. So drive with the heel, right? So you're going to flex the foot, drive with the heel. Okay, if this is really, really hard for you, it's okay. Don't worry. Just grab your foot or your heel and then help yourself. Okay? Whoop. And then just doing some pulses there. Okay? But if you can get that active with me, then we're going to do this for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Let's see if you can stand or get up, right? Support with a hand. Then if you can, I like to point my toes. I'm going to hold it here for a little bit more engagement. It's going to burn the glutes as well. And then drop. Whew, that's intense. We're going to shift to the other side. Lift the knees up, right knee down. Or knees towards the right. Or whatever direction. If you're following me like this too, right? Okay. Now, inhale and exhale to fold, finding that sleeping pigeon variation in a 1990. Both knees are bent. Good. Okay, when you're ready, you can grab the foot. Or if you can get it active, let's do this. We're going to add for 7, okay? For 6. For 5. Which one is harder for you? 4. 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold just to where you can. Lift up your torso. Hold for a little bit. When you're ready, try to engage everything. See if you can hold for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Drop the hands down, step it back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a moment here to settle in. That's our warm-up. And then I'm going to rock my head to the left and right. Let go of that head. Really nod. No, nod. Yes, right? Shake it left, right? Shake it up, down. Good. And then allow it to hang heavy. Look back in between your toes and really just relaxing your downward facing dog. Try to relax as much as you can. If you're doing this advanced back bend, this is definitely a resting pose for you. If your down dog is not yet your resting pose, don't worry, you're gonna get there. Good job. I like to really just relax, meaning I'm just sagging my joints here. And then if I were to engage my downward dog, it's gonna be elbows, or rather shoulders, all the way towards my ears, elevated now, right? And then now rib cage will draw in, hollowing the upper body feeling. You're not really hollowing, but that's what I want you to feel. And then all the leg muscles are engaged, right? So kneecaps lifted up. Good. And we're gonna hold this engagement for 10. Sorry, there's a spider. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, push, 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 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. We're gonna rest a little bit in child's pose. Good. All right. For a little bit of a core engagement upside down before back bends, we're going to get into our headstands. However you want to get into a headstand, we're not going to go all the way up. We're going to do compression work. Okay? So lift the knees up, dolphin almost, stacking now your hips on top of your shoulders, feeling that. And then maybe your feet or toes are starting to float. Okay? We're gonna stay here. Bend the knees if you want that egg shape for more compression. I like this to really work and activate my core almost like effortlessly for me. I know if it's not effortless for you, it's okay. You're gonna get there. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, maybe playing 4, 3, 2, and 1. And drop. Good. Extend, open the knees wide for a wide-legged child's pose. Good. All right, shift forward. Okay, now we're gonna find our king cobra with the wide knees. Okay, shift forward, drop the hips down. Good. From here, try to clap your feet and then drop the hips down. Okay, the reason why I like this shape for frog, it's easier to get into king cobra, right? So from here, hands closer to you, and then just find that king cobra. Now you're gonna point the toes, right? And maybe your hips are lifting up. Again, drop. Now adjust your knees to where you feel better, right? So roll your spine forward. Lift the knees, king cobra. Really, see that? Shoulders are gonna open, and then scapula is now touching behind you. Squeeze your spine with your shoulder blades. Look up. Inhale. Exhale here. Stay. 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and drop. So many bugs. Okay. It's not very often there's lots of bugs here. All right, we're now gonna sit in Skandasana or side lunge, but I want you to relax here. Okay, if you're not relaxed, obviously your foot is gonna be farther than your hips, right? But just try to sit down. Oh my gosh, excuse me, sorry, so many. Okay, but wherever you are in your Skandasana, we're going to be stretching more sides. Do you notice the pattern of this? Lots of side stretches before back bends. Shoulders, side stretch, and also the groin and hips, right? Okay, we're gonna grab the ankle with the right hand, left hand up, or whatever your direction is. And then exhale, drop. Now I'm going to do some twist, right? So from here, the upper elbow will now squeeze or like face up. Turn it up as you screw your torso. You feel that, and that's what you want. It is intense, but I promise it'll feel good after, right? I mean, to those of you who are always here, you know that. Let go. Now you're going to kind of reach by folding this way, right? See this form? It's like you feel this from here, the pinky finger to the sides, all the way down here to the hips. Intense, right? And then now add that heel lifting up. And hold. 3. Breathe. 2. 1. Release and come up. How are you doing? That felt like boom, bam. All right, switch sides here. We're not gonna be working out. We're just like, this is like my kind of relaxing, intense stretch, if you will. Is there such thing? Relaxing, intense. Okay, get your form great with your Skandasana, side lunge, and then grabbing the ankle with the opposite hand, and then the other hand sweeps up. Breathing in, exhaling, dropping the torso down to that leg, finding that foot with that upper hand as you grabbing now from the outside. The elbow will now point all the way up. Look up, screw your torso. You feel that. Good. Stay, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, let go of that screw. So now a little relaxed, but now you're going to lift your head up, look down, and now left shoulder will hover from the leg. Good. Stay. You're stretching, and now you're gonna add that tippy toes with that other leg or foot. Lift the heel. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Release. Come up. And we are stretched out. Okay, if you can get to our Hanumanasana, our splits, we're gonna do splits too. It's a fast way for me to get into back bends. So if you can't, you can do this with me too. Or if you can't fully get to splits, let's warm you up with splits. Okay, so now we did that thing. Okay, we're going to lift that heel. So this knee is kind of like an L shape, right? And then you're gonna grab that back foot or heel, whatever you can grab. You're just gonna point it all the way up, right? See where your end range is here. It might be over just here, and that's fine, right? So wherever you are, and then drop. Good. Now from here, how I like to enter from this position, gonna drop the torso down or fold, and then kick that back foot up or straight. And then now finding your splits. I don't know why that bug is all over me. Whew. Okay. Maybe adding some pulses here. There's only one bug though. It's super tiny. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. And now we're gonna switch sides. Right leg in front for me. Left leg, send it back. But first, bend the knee. Okay, maybe you can't see me, so I'll face here so you can see this other bent leg. There. All right, from here, square this leg, or rather neutral position with that leg, and then lift it up. Try to neutral that. If it's hard, obviously don't push it, right? Just to where that back foot can go up, right? If you're already starting to feel that it's compensating here by training that front leg, so get it down or bring it down and get to that position. That's your end range, if you will. Not really, but that's what I want you to get, that back foot. Okay, and now if you can, obviously, then get more, right? I'm helping here to make it not square. I don't know if I did it on the other side. I didn't get, I didn't think about that because of the bug. Okay, drop, and then kick it back. Hanumanasana. Splits, and maybe adding that folding up, pulsing, and relaxing. Breathe, or big breath in, breath out. I'm just relaxing in splits. I'm not pushing or like working actively there. Okie dokie. Coming into our low lunge, slide yourself. Good. And then push back. Half splits. Forward again. Right knee or whatever knee is in front, you'll send it back. Good. Whew. If you get to follow along there, that's like, this is more of like a relaxed pace, right? I hope. Or my version of relaxed. Maybe not. Let me know, guys. I really appreciate comments so that I could improve more, because I want to know where you're at in your practice so that I could really help, right? Because obviously I can't see you. So let's get into our child's pose. Let's stretch some more. Good. All right. From here, we're going to drop the hips down. Okay. So good. Drop the belly. And then we're going to get into our Sphinx pose. Okay, we're just relaxing. Okay. From Sphinx, you're just going to drop the fingertips down or the palms. And then you're going to lift the elbows slowly up to where you can. And then lift it up completely. Seal pose. Tops of your feet are firmly rooted here. And then drop the elbows. Good. Again, lift it up. Intense. And drop. Okay. Now we're going to get into our bow pose. Lift one foot up, twist your body to that direction of that foot that you lifted, right? And then lift the hips up, the navel, just twist towards that foot. Okay, from there, you're gonna grab the inside. Good. And then you're gonna square now your hips face down. Good. Stretch it back. Woo. Lift that front elbow. And then drop. Good. Stretch. And really, I'm using my quads, my hips, my glutes to send me back. And then drop. So not much pressure in the back there. It's mostly the legs are working. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. Left elbow drops down, or the opposite elbow. You're going to grab the inside of that other foot, twist, lift, and see this arch, right? You get that arch in that twist. And then, whew, stay for a few more. And then square, look down. Good. Okay. Now you're going to really lift that elbow, use the quad strength to pull you back. Okay. Inhale, exhale. So I have no back pressure here, just really the glutes, the quads, and the legs. And release. Good job! Okay, now let's see where we're at, right? Maybe rotating the arms to the left and to the right. Or like the right arm and the left arm. Good. Just a little quick one when you're ready. We're gonna get into our flip grip, grabbing the outside of that foot, first foot, and you're gonna grab from here, right? Hopefully you already know how to do this. If not, I have a lot of videos how to do the flip grip. So, okay, elbow will now all the way splay it out and facing up. Good. Grab that foot firmly. Make this stable. And I like to really kind of lift my torso a little bit up. And then from there, other side, right? Grab it. And you're going to flip your grip. Whew. Finding our full bow. All right. From here, grab the toes. And you're going to focus on engaging the quads, right? So your adductors, woo, see, by just engaging that, you're now starting to lift the feet effortlessly. And then now I'm pairing that with glutes engagement, right? So you're gonna squeeze, again, relax here. Squeeze the glutes and inner thighs. Adductors are engaged all the way up. Woo! And now you feel the back too. It's working. And hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, and 1. Release, slow and controlled. Whoo! And relax. Ooh, shake, shake, shake the booty. And we're gonna push back to child's pose. Drop the forehead down. All right. I'm going to take you to leg behind head. Again, compass pose. And then now you're gonna fold a little bit. And as you fold, this is now the time for you to round in your fold. And I'm going to break this down into 2 videos. Yeah, make sure to do this consecutively because this is definitely a preparatory for the leg behind head. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for practicing with me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for flowing. Not really a flow, but we flow here. And if you enjoy this, please make sure to like this video. There's still a bug. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys again on the next one. Bye. Do you hear that? I don't know if the mic is picking it up. Excuse me. All right. How are you doing? Woo! Take a moment to feel that. Sorry. So many bugs.